Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a little yoga / meditation self-love routine, something that I like to do in the morning. Yes, I have little Lanka on my lap right now because he was not having being separated right now, so he was like crying in the kitchen. So I'm just gonna have him here with us today and hopefully he behaves himself, and if he doesn't, that's part of life. What can we do? This is something that I love to do in the mornings. I like to do a yoga routine with a little bit of meditation. It's super simple, not complicated at all, and it's just something to get me feeling good in the morning, feeling mindful and centered and balanced. I'm not a yoga instructor. Disclaimer, I don't know everything about yoga. I'd love to learn more. I just know what I like to do in the morning, and I'm just gonna have you guys join me in my routine. I am so sorry to rudely interrupt your current programming situation, but I promise we will return back to the video very soon. I just have a super quick, really important announcement that I want to get out to you guys as soon as possible, and that is that I am launching, or that I did launch, a podcast. I'm so excited. It is called Soul Sugar Podcast. You can find out all about it by going to the Soul Sugar Podcast Instagram, and you can also search for the podcast currently on Apple Podcast app /iTunes. You can find it in both places. Please make sure that you guys go and subscribe to the podcast. I'm so excited to share with you guys the whole journey of starting the podcast. It's going to be coming out officially in the spring, but currently there is a trailer up on the podcast app if you want to go and listen to that, so definitely go check it out. I'm so excited about it. It has been months and months of hard work and preparation for this moment, but you guys will hear that in the trailer, and I'm just unbelievably excited. This is something you guys have been requesting from me for a long time. I am incredibly excited to just dive into deeper conversations with you guys and to just get into some really vulnerable, raw, juicy conversations. It's gonna be awesome. So come check out Soul Sugar Podcast. I can't wait to see you guys there. So the first thing that I like to do is a breathing exercise, and I just simply breathe and I feel myself breathing. And after I just start breathing, then I can lead myself into a short meditation practice. I usually start off with the breathing and feeling my breath for about 30 seconds or so, and then I go into meditation. But for the sake of this video, I'll do about 4 breaths with you guys. Meditation, and to me meditation is simply breathing as well. So I'll do my deep breaths in and out, and then I will just simply be when I'm meditating. And it doesn't mean that I'm not thinking about anything. It doesn't mean that I go into this feeling of ecstasy. It simply means that I'm going to be connected to my breath. So I continue on with my breath, and I do this for about 60 seconds normally, about a minute in the morning. For the sake of this video, I'll keep it about 10 seconds with you guys. But if you want to prolong it, just pause this video, or, you know, this video is for you to get an idea of what I like to do in the morning, and you can come and revisit it, and you can also add it to your life, but personalize it completely, because what you do in the morning, your practice is completely up to you. And again, I'm not an instructor, I'm just showing you what I do. So simplify it, change it however you want to. A lot of the time when I'm in this meditation practice, I'll think about something that makes me happy or that I feel grateful for, and they can just be the simplest things, like this candle smelling really good, or my dog, or my fiance, or that it's a sunny day, whatever it might be, just simple things that make me happy. And if it's a little bit more of a stressful time, this is a great thing to do. So within your practice, to just think about simple things that make you happy, because it just gives you this positive energy around you while you're meditating, and I just highly recommend it. And now we are going to move into a very simple yoga routine that is not strenuous at all. It's not gonna help you build your core or anything like that, but it's gonna make you feel good. And it's just kind of what I like to do. I'm gonna do a forward fold first. And this is where I am the least flexible. I'm flexible in many different ways, but forward fold is the worst for me. I like to kind of just feel where it hurts my body too. That's something I really like to do in my practice, especially on my forward fold, and just kind of massage where it hurts. And it also kind of pulls my lower back a bit. And so I kind of just give myself a little massage there and here, and try my best, but I don't overdo it. When I breathe into it. And then I'm going to move into one of my favorite, and that is Pigeon Pose. So I'm going to fold my leg here, and I'm going to stretch out my back leg completely, straighten it out. And then I'm just going to fold forward onto my front leg like this. And here, just continue breathing and breathe into it. And if it hurts, just breathe into it and don't push too hard. And just appreciate your body for what it can do and how far it can take you here. And don't get mad at it if it can't go further than you want it to. Because with time, it will get better. And this is all about just feeling your body and what it does and what it can do right now for you. And it's about just feeling your body. It's not necessarily about pushing your body past its limits. So I'm doing Pigeon Pose on the other side. Breathing into it, rocking my body a bit because that feels good. It just kind of massages your muscles. And I like a lot when I'm doing ground exercises and ground poses, I love putting my forehead to the ground because it just helps me connect. It makes me feel grounded, and we don't normally put our foreheads to the ground, so like having that connection to the earth is really nice. This next pose might look kind of crazy, but I promise it's not that hard. So you're gonna put your leg out forward, straight, and then you're gonna grab one of your legs, put it over like this, like a twist, and then you're going to fold the bottom leg in towards your bottom, and you're gonna take the opposite arm of the leg that's being folded over, and you're gonna twist that to your upper thigh. Hold your hand out, put this hand behind you, and just twist like this. And oh my gosh, this one feels so freaking good on your lower back. And you're just gonna twist, breathe. This one's called like the Lord of the Fish pose or something like that. I looked it up and I was like, that's an odd name. I'm just gonna call this like the twist pose. And I hold this for a while because I like it. But for the sake of the video, I will move on to the next. And it's the same thing, but the opposite. So we got a little twist going on here. You're going to grab the elbow on the opposite leg that's folded over. Put your hand up like this, lay it flat, arm back behind you, and just feel that twist on your lower back. Stretching out your fingers to the sky. Hold this as long as you'd like, really. I'm going to lay myself down on the ground. I love this one. This one I do when I'm not even trying to do a yoga routine, really. I just do this all the time when I'm laying on the ground because it just feels so good. And then Lanka comes and usually sits on my stomach. But I do like this, and I just pull this leg over my straightened out leg, and I'll grab this hand, stretch it out, and then just kind of like pull, I'll pull my hip down this way, or I'll put it down beside me, or on my stomach. And then you'll do the same thing on the other side. And it just feels good when you go in the opposite direction with your arm and your head that you are with your leg that's bending over your body. And it just helps with another twist. I really love twists because it just feels so good on my lower back, and then I'll rock it out. This massages my spine and it feels so good, and it's kind of fun. I'm gonna just do this for however long I feel like. Hello. Okay, now I'm done with that. Now that I'm finished with that rocking, I do a little bit of a hug pose like this. And this one is just to tell yourself that you love yourself and you're just giving yourself a little full body hug, because what other position can you really just hug your entire body besides this? It's like, ooh. And then we're going to slowly but surely, one vertebrae at a time, bring ourselves up into a standing pose. I love feeling my spine one vertebrae at a time. It feels so good when you actually do it really slowly. I love it. And then I'm going to move into tree pose, which is probably my favorite standing pose. And I just grab my foot here, put it, most people put it right by their knee. Sometimes I like to hike it up a little bit higher, but I'll keep it about here. I put my hands into prayer, and I hold this here, and I look out into like where the horizon would be. And this one just really, really helps me with balance. I'm just kind of centering myself at the end of the practice. And it kind of gets me up into a standing position so that I can move forward with the day. And you can hold this however long you'd like. And then I go ahead and grab the other leg and do the same thing. Prayer pose and tree pose. And then I will straighten out my legs, open up my hands here. I love stretching out my fingers and sort of wiggling them here to kind of just like reconnect yourself and like invigorate yourself and give yourself the energy. And that is it for what I do in the morning to just kind of ground myself, center myself, move my body a little bit, and just kind of feel good in the morning. It's definitely a self-love moment. It's not perfect. It's not a yoga instructor's maybe dream routine, but it's what I do, and I wanted to show you guys because a lot of you guys said that you wanted to see that when I mentioned it in a video. I hope that you guys loved this video, and maybe add it to your saved videos on YouTube so that you can come back and revisit it whenever you want to. I think having something like this in the morning, whether it's 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it might be for you, whatever time that you have, give it to yourself to have like this moment for yourself to connect and to feel your body. And I just really love experiencing that in the morning. So I'm gonna go now. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you guys very soon in a new video. Bye.